Hey, what's up, guys? Finally, after almost, I guess, 2 weeks, I can finally get back to making you guys videos. I seriously apologize for the lack of content that's been going on to the channel. Like, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff that just kind of came down all at once. And the last thing I wanted to do was, put up videos, and while, my mind wasn't in it. But everything has turned out actually pretty fine, and I can get back to putting up content for you guys. The reason I apologize the most is because this is something that I actually would like to do. So I would hope that one day I can be successful with the YouTube thing. So to continue on with the Let's Play though, now the next quest for Gotham is level 21, but of course we're still level 17. So before we do anything, you guys can see where I am with my feats and stuff. And I'm still missing the 20 points from when we did the Joker hideout, when we were helping Batman fight the Joker. I'm missing that 10 points from there. And there was another one that when we were at the lighthouse fighting Bane, I had my supercharge counted as a consumable, so I didn't get the 10 points for using the consumable. So remember, I'm still missing 20 points, so I should have an extra skill point. Now if you come over to the wanted, now I hope everyone's been doing their daily fights with Full House. Remember, you can do it 2 times a day, and this counts for all the wanted quests. Now the recent one you should got is Solomon Grundy. Now, so that we can get our level, so that we can do the next Gotham quest, you're going to go into your quest log, and you should have the Hive base. So now that you have the Hive base, remember, I will not be showing the alerts in our videos, but what I will do is put a link to my alert video, so that way you guys can see the boss kills of the alert and get your briefings for your style that you get for completing the briefings of the alerts. So I'm gonna go ahead and queue myself up for it. Now, the thing about the alerts is the lower level ones, you might get a high level guy and it'll make everything a lot easier, or you might join midway and it could be halfway completed, and that's kind of what happened to me, so I did not level. Now what I'm about to do now is one thing I forgot to do with the Let's Play was the Booster Gold explorations. Now there are 2 things that you can get from this, which is when you complete, I think all the beginner ones, you get a feat, and along with that he gives rings while you complete it, so you guys can get your first couple of rings from this to give you a nice good stat boost. Now the reason that I'm doing it now is because I forgot to do it before. So for any new guys that are watching this current episode of the Let's Play, when you're starting off, take in mind that Booster Gold's explorations take you to all of these quest areas. It takes you through each and every one of them, and it's only the ones leading up to the achievement that we got, the 25 point for the story arc. So he'll be taking you through the what do you call it, your first one, which was the Scarecrow, the second one, which is taking out Bane, and your Poison Ivy one. So those are the feats that you'll be, well, those are the explorations that you'll get. Now the experience for these is okay. I wouldn't say it's like great. You might benefit from it more while you're leveling up, as opposed to already reaching a certain level and then you're not seeing a big boost to the experience. Now what I'll try and do is, while Booster Gold's talking over giving you the exploration of the areas, I'll try and not talk so that you can hear it. Alright, so I'll be flying to, well, not so much as flying, I can't fly. I'll be using my rockets to take us to every area. That way you guys can see it. Now, while we're doing this, you should pick up the Explore East End Gotham achievement. Because this takes you to most of the areas. And you might fly through an area that you didn't go through before and wind up picking it up that way. If you don't get it from this, alright, hold on.
The company was founded in the 17th century, and the construction of this building in the 1800s marked the beginning of the beginning for the world's largest multinational conglomerates. Many people in the East End have Wayne Enterprises to thank for improving their lives.
You have the right to remain silent.
Alright, now, if you don't get it from this, then just do a quick run around of the area and you'll get it that way, because you have already explored most of it during your quest line anyway. Now, exploring each part of the city will always give you 10 points. Some places are their own feat, like when we explored, I don't think I took you guys to Arkham Asylum, but that is worth 10 points. Like when we were in Metropolis and we went to Strikers Island, that in itself was worth 10 points. So along with exploring the area, you may get a solid 10 points for just a unique, you know, place in the city. Alright, so we're going to turn in the quest and we want to pick up the next one. And there's my level 18.
Award an official Booster Gold Star of Excellence that I just
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and
this is history in the making, people. You'll tell your grandchildren about this one day.
That looks helpful. Alright, so I got me a new tank move. And I have a skill point. Okay. Yeah, I'll put this on my last shield throw then. Let me see. Did I go down any other trees? No. None of that looks anything useful for right now. Okay.
Hi, I'm Booster Gold, and this is the
Alright, so let's
Booster
pick up the
Gold
quest.
Exploration Adventure Series. In this adventure, we return to Gotham's notorious
Alright, look
East
at my
End
combo.
to discover its rich history, and hopefully avoid being
That's
mugged.
awesome. Yeah, it's like my little fist icon on my shield. Alright, so as you guys can see, we now have the next quest in Gotham. So we haven't left Gotham yet, other than to do our races to earn our feat. Now I haven't done a lot of questing in Metropolis, so yeah, I wouldn't know the route to take, so that I would, you know, be able to level to a reasonable amount without leaving the city. Because, you know, travel up to the watchtower, taking a portal, then in Metropolis, that takes so long. And the cooldown on the warp to HQ thing, that's like an hour, so you actually gotta walk all the way back.
If you're looking to import illicit goods into Gotham,
now, when I did this part, I was fortunate that there were not a lot of villains here, you know, because I thought that I would come down here and while I'm talking to this thing, people would be hitting me, but I actually was able to come down here and talk to it. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm talking over him. Booster Gold.
such as Bibos, you'll love their buns.
Oh wait, there's a villain. He's low level though. Now, remember, if you did not get any of the feats while you were doing the hideouts, you can always go back and redo it, or you can wait until level 30 and do it with a partner. But the stipulations still count. You can't use, you know, you can't get knocked out, and you can't use any solar cola.
Lighthouse, a beacon of light in the midst of gloomy waters. The lighthouse is a well-known landmark in Gotham, though few have ever stepped foot inside. I suggested that they convert the light into a booster gold signal, but they weren't interested.
Boy, I'll tell you, only booster gold. Alright, now the other one is directly across from where that one was. It's not far.
Gotham's East End
Now you guys can
was
see.
once one of the
Alright, hold
wealthiest
on.
areas of the city, but it is now a sad monument to that distant past. The buildings are the same, but are now in a state of ruin and filled with the hopeless poor. Only those with little regard for their own life dare to walk these crime-ridden streets.
Okay, now as you guys can see, all of these little, well, all of the booster golds explorations are right next to each other, so it doesn't require a lot of traveling. And the experience isn't that bad for completing them. Like I said, you'll benefit more from it, you know, at a lower level when you're picking it up while you're doing the quest line. You guys see that? It's Spider-Man. Wow. I mean, you know, for up close, you know, you can see that, you know, it's like Deadpool's mask, and you know, the color is okay, but from a distance, it looks just like Spider-Man.
So that was Gotham's East End.
Alright, so we're gonna turn in a quest.
Place. And I hope welcome to Exploration
And pick up the
Adventures
next
with
one.
Booster Gold. I'm Booster Gold. This adventure will take you to Gotham's Amusement Mile, a rundown amusement park.
Alright,
in
now
the
this is going to
Otisburg
take us
district.
to Amusement Mile, which is where we were questing for the Joker, saving all the GCPD cops. Look at that. That's I don't know, that Spider-Man had a couple of numbers after his name, so I guess that's he's been around a few times. Alright, so I'm a glide myself to our next exploration area. If you guys have like your own character, you know, that you made, you know, to look like your favorite superhero or villain, you know, make a video response so I can see it. Like I'll show my other characters in some of our videos. Like I got Professor Xavier. I was surprised that I got the name. I had Samuel L. Jackson, but I deleted him. So I might remake him. I was so surprised when I got the name. Now as you guys can see, I'm fighting full house because, you know, someone else is fighting him. The world bosses isn't something that you can do by yourself. I mean, you can at level 30, or you know, by some stroke of luck that you killed it by yourself. But you know, I found it that he's the easiest to take out by yourself because you can actually just walk circles around him, spamming your range, and all you gotta do is watch out for the electric ball that he throws out. You know, as you can see, man, this guy, we're really giving it to him. Like, okay, we got, oh wow, alright, he one-shot me, but it's alright. Okay, he's saving my life. Alright, see now, look at this, I'm back in the game. I'm hit my too hard, he was gonna kill me again. I think he took his personal. Oh wow, there's a villain actually here too. Okay, alright, he's about to go down. I'm really low on health. Okay. And alright, see, look at that, 100, what's that, 1331 experience. Now remember, you get that every time you do this, so you can do it twice, you know, twice a day, and the experience does not drop. Now when you turn these quests in, you get renown for your well, for whatever, what do you call it, whatever mentor the quest was, you know, for. Now I know for a fact Full House gives you Wayne Tech renown, so you can do that to pick up your renown. Now the one thing you want to remember is that when you hit level 30, that gear that's in the tech lab down by the ramp that the scientist sells. Alright, hold on.
Amusement Mile in Gotham city at the beginning of the 20th century. In a town where manufacturing and crime were the leading industries, people needed somewhere they could escape their everyday life. Giraldi's Amusement Mile was just such a place. Until the factories closed down, then it went belly up and shut down.
Alright, the gear and the tech wing of the watchtower. When you go in and you go down up the ramp. Wow, these things are really close here.
True fun houses originated in the early 1900s at Coney Island and offered a number of amusement devices and clever tricks. I, Booster Gold, used to love fun houses as a kid. Fun houses were virtual in my time, so you don't have to actually go anywhere like an amusement park or a carnival. Wait, hold on. I could have gone to a
Alright,
carnival?
now in the tech wing of the watchtower, when you go to the ramp, well, when you go down the ramp and talk to the scientist, that gear that he sells is basically the first, you know, base level DPS gear that you can get.
The original Ferris wheel was designed by George Washington Gale Ferris Jr. It opened to the public in 1893 in Chicago, Illinois during the World's Fair. This Amusement Mile Ferris wheel was once a proud example of the popular ride, but much like Mr. Ferris's original wheel, it has been many years since it last moved.
Now, the only thing about the gear is you need to be, if I'm correct, trusted with Wayne Tech. I think that's only like 1,000 points of renown, if I'm correct. And you'll be able to purchase that set, and all it costs is your what's that? The Mark of Triumph. Yeah, those are the first marks that you get. So all you need is, I think, about a good 8 of them, which you can easily get through the quest that you get as soon as you hit level 30, as well as do a few duos, and you'll get the points that way. Now, once you complete that whole set, you'll get a 25 points for, well, 25 point feat for completing that whole set. So that's something to keep in mind when you're doing your dailies. So don't think you're just doing it and not gaining anything from it prior to, you know, hitting level 30, which you don't get any more experience for. So keep that in mind when you're taking out the world bosses. They give you renown to increase your, well, basically your reputation with your mentor. Now, the emblem that you can buy from him can only be obtained by, I think, maxing out your Wayne Tech renown or whatever your mentor was. So that might take a bit, but you get a nice amount of renown from the level 30 quests that you get, and those are doable daily. So there's a lot of things that you can do to help you get it really fast. It just depends on how consistent you are at doing your dailies. Now, if you're like me and don't like the grind dailies, then, you know, it may take you a minute. But for some reason, for anything that has anything to do with Batman, I'm like really motivated to do. So like on my other characters, my renown is relatively high. I wish they did more with it though. Alright, so now we're on the poison ivy part of the exploration. Now, I have yet to fight Solomon Grundy by myself and win.
Botanical gardens are nothing short of extraordinary. Multiple shades of green flow down the yards, dotted with bright flowers in every color imaginable. Exotic statues line the lawn and lend a sense of artistry amidst the greenery. I don't see a Booster Gold statue. There must be one around here somewhere.
Now, this is another area where a lot of villains come by, mostly because there is a war boss here, which is Solomon Grundy. So you may get into a few fights over here.
A greenhouse is a building where plants are grown. I'm guessing you probably knew that. Well, did you know that they heat up as solar radiation from the sun is absorbed by the plants and soil within the building? This is why greenhouses are made of transparent materials. I guess you could say that the light from our sun makes the plants stronger.
Alright, now there should be one more for this area. It's okay, it's right up here.
A botanical garden is a well-tended park displaying a large variety of plants that are often marked with their botanical names. Many times, a botanical garden will have a theme or specialize in particular types of plants. The Giordano Botanical Gardens specialize in whatever poison ivy leaves behind.
Alright, now, I tried to fight Solomon Grundy multiple times, and the only thing that I found that's really annoying about him is the fact that he has like a move to bring you close to him, then he punches you like far away and jumps on you. It's like you can't spam your right click, so you're stuck fighting him. Like, so you know, if you're not geared well or have a few people with you, the fight gets really annoying because it's just a constant knockback and then him jumping on you. Then when you try and get some range, he like claps his hands and pull you in to finish beating you up, and it's like, alright man, I get it. Alright, we're doing another race now. Now, I did this a few times because this race actually tripped me up. Like, it's parts in it that I wanted to use my movement and, like, you know, just rocket myself through it, and I wound up going over it or accidentally over jumping it. And as you progress through these challenge races, the amount of time that you can spend backtracking to, you know, re-jump through one of these hoops decreases by so much. It's like you either do it one and done, or you just, you know, quit it and start all over and do it again. Now, they'll get relatively harder as we go on. Like, the hoops that we got to jump through will be really small, and like you really can't miss it. Like, you'll either wind up missing it, and you know, you'll have to climb back up the building and redo it again. So, you know, just keep that in mind. But when I actually got it, I felt real good because it's like the run felt perfect to me. And like always, the grappling hook is a huge help. Now, this is one of the parts that I kind of messed up on. I wound up grappling myself to the building, and then I held it, and I wound up pulling myself up, and I had to drop down and like re-grab the building. Parts like that are so sweet. Just pull myself all the way up, and here's the finish line. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and now we can get back to our quest. So I'll see you guys soon.